Hey guys, my name is Gabby. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the A to Z book tag. This is a book tag that I've been seeing going around on BookTube for like ever, probably for like years. I mean, I've been wanting to do it forever and I just never found the time to do it, and now I'm finding the time to do it. I'll be putting the link in the description for the original for this. I believe it started as a blog post and then people just started making videos of it instead, so it's basically just A through Z things that relate to books, and yeah, let's just jump right into it. Letter A is author you've read the most books from. This, I'm gonna have to say Colleen Hoover because I've read about 12 to 13 of her books, and I know that's like probably no surprise because she's like my favorite author, so of course I've read the most of her books, but close second would be Nicholas Sparks probably because I read so many of his books when I was in high school. I used to love them. B is best sequel ever. The Treatment by Susan Young. This is the second book in the program duology, and I just think it's a really fantastic sequel. C is currently reading The Circle by Dave Eggers. This is actually a book that I got assigned to read for my English class in college, so it's pretty cool and I'm enjoying it a lot so far. D is drink of choice while reading, and for me, I like drinking pumpkin spice lattes or any type of like lattes, like just coffee. E, reader or physical book. Always been more of like a physical book person, but lately in the last like year and a half or so, I've really gotten to like the ebooks, and I don't know, I really do like both. Like it's really just, I don't care which one I read, I want to read. Fictional character you probably would have dated in high school. For this, I'm gonna go with Atlas from It Ends With Us because he's so sweet and adorable, and I probably totally would have dated him in high school. Next one is Glad You Gave This Book a Chance. For that, I'm going with The Hating Game by Sally Thorne because this was recommended to me by Stephanie Sprinkle on BookTube, actually, and I'm really glad I ended up giving this book a chance because it ended up being one of my favorites. Next one is Hidden Gem book. I'm gonna go with Skyscraping by Cordelia Jensen because this is like a really beautiful book, and honestly, like nobody ever talks about it or knows about it, and it makes me really sad, and it's such a beautiful story. It's one of my favorites. Next one is Important Moment in Your Reading Life. Either discovering Goodreads because I had no idea there was a website dedicated to like reviewing books and recommending books and all this stuff. Like, amazing, and it made me want to read way more after discovering Goodreads. J is just finished reading The Love Interest just a couple nights ago. Next one is Kinds of Books You Won't Read. I personally don't really like fantasy or historical fiction. I don't think I've read many books in either of those genres, but it's just not something I'm like really into. Longest book you've ever read. Winter by Marissa Meyer. This book is 824 pages. It doesn't really look like it. Pages are so like thin, but oh my god, this book was so long. It took me like 4 days to read. Next one is Major Book Hangover because of Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma. This book made me so emo for like weeks after I finished it. It was really hard. Next one is Number of Bookcases That You Own, and I own 2 bookshelves. This is one behind me and I have one over there. If you want to see what they look like in more detail, I do have a bookshelf tour that I can put in the description. Next one is One Book You Have Read Multiple Times. I read We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson 2 times now. It's one of the only books I've ever reread. I love this book and I want to reread it again already. This one is Preferred Place to Read. My preferred place to read is in my room or in my den upstairs, or just in libraries, coffee shops if I'm ever in a coffee shop, or just anywhere on my college campus in between classes that I get a chance to read. This one is Quote That Inspires You / gives you all the feels from a book you've read. So I chose this quote from The Silent Waters by Brittany C. Cherry, and it says, "All this time I thought you were reading to escape the world, but now I know you didn't read to escape it, you read to discover it." I just think that's like one of the most beautiful quotes about reading that I've ever read. Next one is Reading Regret, and for this I just said purchasing books at full price and then a couple days later you find it like really cheap somewhere else. That's just like, ugh. It always makes me feel like, no. Next one is Series You Started and Need to Finish, and all the books are out in the series. And for this, I'm not a huge like series reader, but I think the Gear Shark series, I believe all the books are out in this series, and I've only read the first 2, but I would like to read all the rest of them because the series is so great. Next one is 3 of your all-time favorite books. We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, and Vicious by V. Schwab. Next one is Unapologetic Fangirl For, new adult romance romances, I don't even care. I know a lot of people kind of like they're shit, and there are a lot that are shit, but I love them and I always want to give them a chance, even if they might potentially be shit, just because I really love new adult romances. I don't know why, I just love them. Next one is very excited for this release more than all the others, and that is Autobiography by Christina Lauren. First of all, it's Christina Lauren and I love them, and it's their first male-male romance. Like, holy shit, I didn't even know Christina Lauren was considering writing a male-male romance, and now I'm just like so excited. And it's about two boys who are writers. Autobiography. It just, oh my god, it sounds like exactly what I need in my life. Next one is Worst Bookish Habit, and that would probably be spending money on books all the time. Just like money, 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 books, you know. Can't think of any other worst bookish habits because I don't really have a problem with like I know some people would say dog-earing pages, but I don't really have a problem with that. Next one is X marks the spot. Start at the top left of your shelf and pick the 27th book. This is the 27th book on my shelf. Next one is your latest book purchase. I recently just got an order on Amazon. I ordered Alex Approximately, Queens of Geek, and By Your Side. I just ordered all three of these books like earlier this week. And the last one is ZZZ Snatcher Book. Last book that kept you up way too late. The Marriage Lie by Kimberly Bell. I recently read this book last month and it kept me up late wanting to finish it because I read it all in one sitting and I was not gonna sleep unless I knew how this book ended, and so I stayed up late reading it and it was amazing. It was so good. That was the A to Z book tag. That was super fun, super cute. I've been wanting to do it for a while now, so I'm glad I finally did it. I just did it, you know? Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.